Selling boring products has made my high ticket dropshipping businesses over $5 million over the past half decade. And I'm going to talk about exactly why that is and how I think selling boring products in high ticket dropshipping is the most underutilized and slept on angle to the entire business model. Welcome to the channel, everybody. If you're new, my name is Joe Verschoor. I have half a decade of high ticket dropshipping experience, and my businesses have done over $5 million in sales in that time. And I am helping hundreds of members in my program do the exact same thing. So if you're someone that is serious about building a high ticket dropshipping business in 2025, check out the link in the description below. So let's talk about selling boring products for high ticket dropshipping. This is where so many people miss the mark when they get into this business model. So many people, for whatever reason, are just instantly drawn to things that they have a passion for, things that they think are cool. So, for example, what comes to mind is stuff like high-end audio equipment or home theater systems or fitness equipment or saunas, luxury bathtubs, a lot of lifestyle type of stuff, espresso machines, um, stuff that is really surface level stuff that everybody at this point has thought about. And in other words, stuff that is completely saturated. And I get it in my comments all the time. I get emails about it all the time. And people in my own program that ask me about this all the time, they're like, well, the products you're recommending are so boring, or the products that you focus on are so boring. I want to focus on something that I have interest in. And the goal of this business model is to make money, and it's to make a lot of it. And because of that, you shouldn't get hung up on the fact of whether or not you're interested in a product or whether or not you have a passion for a product. Because at the end of the day, money doesn't care about what you are interested in. Money cares about who the customer is and what it is that they need at that time. And a lot of the time, it's something that's really boring that they need to perform a job that happens to cost a lot of money. So, if you followed me for a while, you know that I focus so heavily on need based, function based products. And why is this? Well, for one thing, it's because of the first thing I just said. There's very low competition when you're comparing it to all these like passion interest products that everybody knows about. Because nobody wants to make the effort to actually build a meaningful and professional grade business around these otherwise really boring products that serve industries that you know nothing about. So the competition is just inherently so much lower, both from a PPC, like paid ads perspective, and from an SEO perspective. It is a lot easier to rank for these need based, very industry driven products. So that's one piece of it. Another piece of it is oftentimes the barrier of entry to actually stand out as a business with these products is a lot higher. Um, let's just take the website, for example. Your website, when you build it around saunas are only so complicated. Like they have physical dimensions, height, length, and the weight and what temperature they get to. But beyond that, they're just saunas. Same thing with bathtubs, same thing with fitness equipment. These are all really simple products. But if you're dealing with products that have a very specific application in an industry, like GIS stations for civil engineers on a construction site, or industrial grade water pumps for a new construction site with a pond or a lake, stuff like that, where you need to know your stuff when a customer visits your site or when they call on the phone. And because of that aspect to it, so many people shy away from these really boring, uninteresting, and complicated products. A, because they're uninteresting and they're going to get bored doing it. B, because you have to have a high level of product knowledge when you're actually dealing with these customers. But what most people don't understand is that is exactly where millions of dollars lie in this entire business model. If you can get over the fact that you're just not going to be that interested in the products that you are building your entire business around, and solely focus on the fact that you are providing a high ticket, a high end item for a job that needs to be done by whatever field it is that you're selling to, That is where the real money is made in this, and that is where recession-proof businesses are built. That is where a really, really highly scalable business is found, and one that you can sell for 7 or 8 figures down the road, especially if you develop your SEO around it. So, my biggest piece of advice for anybody that is currently doing or getting into high ticket drop shipping, if you're either having trouble finding a niche that works, you've already built a website, you're not converting, I would say first evaluate your niche. Like, are you in the right place? Look at keyword difficulty on SEMrush. This is something that I go into pretty heavily in my program. Um, just think about it from a high level. Is this something that somebody wants? Are the products that I'm selling, are they want based or are they need based? And if it's one of the two, kind of go from there as far as like what comes next. Let's say you're selling lifestyle products, you're not getting a lot of traction, you're not getting sales. What do? Well, unfortunately, at that time, because your niche is unequivocally the most important part, I would say it's time to pivot to a new niche. Luckily, once you've built one high ticket dropshipping store, it's a lot quicker to build another and it's a lot quicker to pivot. So then it becomes a matter of doing what you just did, even though it's a lot of work, even though it's a lot of pain. Switch all of your efforts towards uh, revamping your theme, revamping the whole niche that you are going after, and pivoting to a new niche. Because need-based products, boring products at the end of the day are what are going to make people millionaires from high-ticket dropshipping. And that is exactly what I've done over the last 5 years, is only focus on boring products that people don't want to take the time to learn, because that is where the real money lies in this business model. So again, if you are someone that is serious about doing this for themselves, about uh, replacing your 9 to 5 income, about getting to a point where you're profiting $30,000 to $40,000 per month from a high ticket dropshipping business, I cannot recommend our program enough. It's brand new. It was recorded in 2025, and right now we're helping hundreds of students scale their businesses to 6 figures per month. So check it out in the link below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, leave a like, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments what it is you want me to talk about, and we will see you guys in the next video.